All right, Cancer, welcome to your weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is going to be for the 9th of November through the 15th. My name is Athen, and this is for Sidereal, so if you're new to this type of astrology, do check the description down below because your sign might be different. All right, Cancer, so very nice aspects this week, and all things being considered, we've had a lot of the fast-moving planets go into unfriendly territory, so that was last week. So there's a lot of lifting up energies this week. As you can see, a lot of blue in one conjunction involving Mars over the North Node around Thursday. So quite the nice week in terms of the aspects for sure. And essentially where this is all taking place and the focal point of all this is involving that fourth house of yours, which is around home, family, past roots, a very important house for you Cancerians usually. So that's where the new moon is. On Wednesday, we do have Mercury going in here at the beginning of the week on Monday. So I think right off the bat, naturally, your mind should be here, maybe the communications around this particular area of your life. It's essentially anything that's about establishing your roots. So oftentimes it is home, oftentimes it is your family or your past, things like that. But anything that you're sentimentally connected to, anyone you're sentimentally connected to, and again, it's having that deep emotional connection to those people or to that particular thing. So usually home and family though, so I think a great week to set new seeds with that, set new intentions. This is both in the short term of the next 2 weeks of the lunar cycle and also of the next 6 months of the solar cycle. So this is always a time, especially because you Cancerians are ruled by the moon. During the new moon, you're probably noticing your energy's lowering at this time. It's a good time to go internalized, introverted, kind of reflect, and then naturally, as the next couple weeks unfold, you'll notice more of that energy building as you approach that full moon. So it's all around that fourth house, and with Mercury there, could be this good communications around that also. Mars is at the bottom of your chart, your sun's at the bottom of your chart as well. So generally, as an overall theme, there probably is a lot of that lowering of energy right now anyways. So it's a great time to put that energy into that fourth house, which is, again, that bottom of the charts, the things that root us and ground us in life. And it's very emotional. So that's the new moon. And then also a little bit later on that week, we do have Mars going over the North Node in your third house. And so your third house has been very much activated also. We recently had Venus and Mars go in here last week. This is where the last new moon was. A lot of that solar energy was here. So this is about socializing. It's about communicating. It's about interacting. It's about learning. It's about reading, writing, things like that. So a lot of motivation, a lot of drive here, I think, with Mars, and an enjoyment to be had as well, which is Venus. So I think you could enjoy perhaps that social or communicative or intellectual sort of sphere of life right now at the moment. Now with Mars over the North Node, it's really signifying that over the past 2 years, there's been this life path for you to put energy into this, to learn, read, write, share, essentially. So with the North Node, it's really emphasizing that there's now with Mars motivation, there's drive, there's intentions to be placed in this particular area this week. And I think there's overall a shift to our life path. And for you involving that third house, but also maybe your self-expression, your creativity, and even your career as well, since Mars rules both your 5th and your 10th house. So that's midweek. One thing I want to say too is, what's really creating a lot of these easy aspects this week is really the fact that we have this new moon right in between this Jupiter trining up to Pluto aspect that's been taking place. As you can see, the new moon is sandwiched right in between there. So very interesting. And so with this, essentially, you have positive energy coming in from the material aspects of life, which has been Jupiter. Now, again, this is an opening. It's a sextile, so it's an opening for this. And essentially, it's, we have to walk through the door. We have to put the energy into it. But nonetheless, those opportunities will continue. This is for you to connect to your values. It's for you to connect to the more simple pleasures of life, the good meal, the relaxation, things like that. Learn more about what you value in life, and maybe even cultivate your material security as well, which has been Jupiter. So it's good energy there from that area. And then Pluto in your 6th house of health, diet, routine, change with that. Lots of positive energy also going into these new beginnings around your home, family, roots, etc. So that's going to be the bulk of the energy. It's what's creating a lot of those easy aspects, especially because Mercury is forming those same aspects as well. And then at the end of the week, the last aspect, we do have Venus sextiling up to Saturn. So it's kind of the icing on the cake here. And this is, Venus that naturally rules your group sector, your ideals, and that fourth house of home and family. Could be long-term, could be a good easy flow, an easy-going sort of energy with Saturn, maybe even hard work, determination, to be set with these intentions there, and maybe to connect to your friends and things like that. So it's a nice week considering the context of the placement of these planets, and I think it's easy. And so the best time, with these easy aspects is to actually put in the energy. With the squares and oppositions, we're sort of forced into it. We feel like we have to, or the external circumstances create them. But when the aspects are easy, it's very important that we see them and utilize these time periods for that. And I feel like it's definitely around that fourth house. I think it's definitely around that third house. And your second house, so your finances, the material stuff, the communication, the socializing, the learning, the home, the family, and especially the home and family stuff with this new moon. And through that, some good new beginnings being placed this week. All right, Cancer, so have a fantastic week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.